G'day folks, welcome back. Today we're working on this Victa Corvette with the Honda GCV 160 engine. I recently bought it from the local tip shop. They said, oh, it just needs a start. That's what the guy that dropped it off said. So let's have a quick look at it and see if they were talking crap or it actually just needed a starter. Now this mower's got a nice solid aluminium deck, cast alloy deck, so it won't rust out. It's spent quite a bit of time outdoors by the looks of it. Some of the paint's just started to bubble, a little bit of corrosion happening on the alloy, but nothing drastic, not like the steel based ones you see that have been near the sold air. Right, $17 off eBay. Probably won't fit because it's a Chinese knockoff. Well, we're not off to a real good start now, are we? Just going to have to ream these holes out a little bit because there is no hope in hell of that fitting. Right, take two on fitting our knockoff Chinese starter. For future reference, just spend the extra $10 to get one that's a little bit better quality. Almost. Fit, mate. Right, just ran a 10mm drill bit through it, sort of wiggled it around a bit. It'll work for now. What do you say we check the oil before going anywhere? None. Alright. Where's my funnel? And the oil. I'm just going to chuck some crappy oil in, or stuff that's not the right type. Just leftovers from changing the oil in my car. Only because I'm going to be changing it again anyway if it turns out to be alright. Using some of this. I think it was $18 at Repco. A little bit in. As long as we're reading on the dipstick, should be right. Don't need to wipe it. Try again. Still none. And I mean, the dipstick's picked up a little bit from where it's touched the side of the tube, but alright. More. This isn't looking very hopeful now, is it? It's quite possible it's just never been topped up over the years though. And we spilt some. Awesome. Righto. Have we got anything we can get a reading off of now? That's brought us up to the full mark. Alright, let's spin it around. just needs a starter. Okay, it's not rank, pretty dusty, good enough for a test run. Well, someone's taken the time to turn the fuel tap off. I wonder what the fuel limit's like. It smells a bit gnarly. What do you say? Take it outside and we'll just see what happens. We'll turn this fuel tap on. Someone's had this off before, the hose clamps all the way up here. We'll just see what it does. Never know. So I just spent a bunch of time pulling the rope for absolutely no reason at all, because we're not running. Let's go back inside. Well, surprise, surprise. Wasn't just a starter. May have been just a starter when it got chucked in the shed before they dumped it at the tip. Which was probably 12 months between them. Yeah, we got the right socket. Nope. Yep. The spark plug's already loose. See what she looks like. This engine turns out to be no good. We'll put a real motor in it. It's black and sooty. No build up like there's oil on it. We'll clean him in a minute and put him back in. I think what we need to do is remove this carburetor. Someone's already been in here. Fucking awesome. Righto. Senley bolt. That's not Honda equipment, but anyway. What will we find is going on in here? Our PCV hose is not even hooked up. You out of the way, mate. Righto. Oh, I've got intact gaskets, that's alright. Yeah, fuel's a bit yellow. What do you say? We give this a bit of a clean, eh? I'll just shift this mower out of the way. That fuel tap's off. And we'll have a bit of a go at him. Rightio. Oh, just wrecked our gasket. I think that's the least of our problems right now. I may have some, I may not. So I'll just chuck that off the side. What is in this bowl? Yummy. me put that, oh yeah, in the waste oil. Rightio. Float pivot pin. Needle float look alright, just dirty. Our main jet blocked. Hondas have a little bit of a gap in the thread for the jet, and it sort of stops, and you've got to get it started on the next one. Our jet's not completely plugged. It's not great though. We might save that for later. So what I'm going to do, the ultrasonic cleaner actually needs emptying out. I'm going to just throw this in pretty much as is. Take our little low speed mixture screw out. Then we'll change the liquid out of it. Yeah, emulsion tube's stuck. And give it another clean. So we've given it a bit of a buzz in the ultrasonic cleaner. Looking pretty good. Emulsion tube. A little bit of crud left on the end there, but nice and clear. Main jet, it was already clear. Might just poke a bit of wire through it, but I can see through it. Our low speed jet. And bowl nut. Speaking of the bowl, I'll be going fishing out too. He's a shiny boy. The bottom's a little bit sort of gungy looking, but it's clean. Alright, let's try and do this. Where's the camera going? There he is. I've got some shitty lighting. Oh, got a chunk of dirt on that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Probably should have removed that Phillips head screw and ran it through the cleaner. That gives you access to a couple of passages within the carburetor, but we'll go 1.5 turns and see how it goes, hey? Got to go and have a look. I'm pretty sure I've got a spare gasket goes to the air filter housing, because that one sort of disintegrated. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock at night. Back tomorrow, fit it up to the mower and see what happens. Right, so where are we at? It's been a couple of days. I had to go to work, and now we're fucking locked down. So getting bits and pieces is going to prove to be a bit of an issue. So got our carb, it'll be fine. Those inner two gaskets we can reuse, they'll seal. The outer gasket is going to prove to be an issue, so I'm going to have to sort of make one, I guess, which is going to be a little bit dodgy, and I will replace it before I sell the mower. So what I might do is go for a bit of a scab in the garbage bin and see what cardboard I can find to make a gasket out of. Rightio, found some reasonably thick cardboard. See what I can't make. It'll probably be dodgy as shit, but it'll work for a testing purpose anyway. Alright, I'm not very good at arts and crafts, but you know, for the time being, it's not that awful. All the holes line up. So we'll get set up and get this show back together. Right. This is the number one thing I do not like about these engines. Everything is sandwiched together with these two bolts that hold the carburetor on. So we've got to get our shit sorted. Get the carb in there first, I suppose. And if I was smart, I would have cleaned them cooling fins. Yeah. Which one's the choke linkage hole, people? I guess it'd be that one. Right. This is going to prove to be a bit difficult. Sometimes, you know, the gaskets will stay stuck, and like some parts of it will stay stuck on there, and you can just sort of, not today. How are we going to do this? Well, forgot our spring here. Get in there. Alright. How do we do this today? Stick bolts in the air filter housing. They can sit there for a moment. Now, gasket and sort of wiggled in there. What a fuck around. Sorry, shouldn't be swearing. That hole lined up. That hole lined up. Alright. you idiot. We'll try it again the right way up, eh? Too concentrated on getting just the two evenly spaced bolts through the flipping hole. Pay attention to what I was doing. Alright. We're halfway there. One, two. Now, while it's only loosely fitted, we'll slip on there's a little PVC tube, PCB tube, probably made out of PVC or whatever, and our fuel hose. Better not forget our fuel hose. Wouldn't be good for the farm. Alright. Fuel hose is on, I think. Looks like it. I can't see. You can't see. We'll be right. Bit of a pain in the neck. I like the GXVs where there's two studs and you just mount everything to it. And on the Honda clone motors, it's a very similar story. Much simpler than trying to make a sandwich that doesn't really adjust too well. Beautiful. Now, oh, I think our throttle cable needs some oil, but we can deal with that after. We can get it into choke position, we can get it to run, we can get it to stop. That's the, oh no, it's not going to stop, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it. I will do it now. Okay. Let me screwdriver. Right. So, I reckon got a bit more adjustment left. Oops. Fuck me. I reckon we leave it like that. Is our choke shutting? No. Why is our choke not shutting? Someone's been in here before and mucked around with it. Right, that's got the choke shut. Ugh. Throttle cable is awful. I'll switch him out. I've got a brand new one over at my other shed, but for all intents and purposes it will work for today, so. The choke is almost shut. It often pays to just run the cable backwards and forwards a couple of times. Each time you adjust it. Right. Stop switch is getting hit. Choke shut. Rightio, is there a leak fuel in the tank? Probably not. Nope. I'll go out to the car and get some. Put our spark plug back in. I've given it a bit of a clean. Can't go and get a new one at the moment. If this one doesn't work, we'll grab one out of something. I'm not sure if we've checked the oil. It's been a couple of days and I've just sort of forgotten where I'm up to. Check our oil level. Oh yeah, I filled it up with fresh oil, didn't I? It's alright, been a few beers between when I done that and where we are now. Alright, we'll take it outside, put some fuel in it and see what happens, eh? Right. Something's not right. That's pretty much all I'm going to do for this one today. Doesn't need its final clean up. I like to clean them right up before taking photos to sell them. Engine runs pretty good. Can't complain about that. I do need to fit up a new handlebar. It's got a little crack in it, right where it clamps on there. It's just easier to chuck on another one. And some blades, but I'll do that right before I sell it. So we've had a decent test with the old blades, and then it's up to the new owner to wear in those new blades. And with all that, thanks for watching.